Hello, welcome back to another game on Arena. 1v1 rated game between Stefan and Scogo. Stefan Vietnamese against Scogo Mayans. This could get interesting if both players are actually going for the unique units. Bloomed Archers against Rattan Archers should be interesting, but it's unlikely. Mayans still have the option to go Elite Eagle Warriors, and they still should have the better economy, have advantages in general. Mayans, like in AOC, was a really strong arena civilization. Now in World Kingdoms, it seems to be not first choice, not first pick, but maybe it's still not a good. It's still a good civ. I think a lot of experts players love playing Mayans as well. Let's go for the maps here, see what it's all about, and start with Scogo, who has with almost 300 points behind when it comes to the elo, still has the better civilization and apparently a good map. Main gold safe in the back, second gold really safe in the back, extra berries here, third gold safe in the back, 4 deer inside, and that with Mayans, so he's got a lot of free food to take. Berries forward doesn't really matter, main stone forward dish, on the side somehow second stone forward outside, one relic close to space, another relic on the other side, also quite close. Am I missing anything? I think I've seen everything there is to know about this map. Where's that second stone? It's outside. Okay, yeah, we've seen everything. So Scogo actually a really good map, and he should be able to defend this map if he's getting rushed. And again, he should have a faster boom even. Let's find out about Stefan's map. This is almost bugged, but it isn't, which is nice. Stefan can go to the back of his base. He's got 4 deer. He is far away in the back. This is not good. He won't be able to lure them in, I think, at least. He could use like 3 of those villagers, move around, take a little bit of the food. Stefan is still starting to lure them. I guess it's not a bad idea, but ooh, going back. This is costing a lot of time. Second gold safe in the back, at least something more. The main gold on the side, not too far forward. The third gold forward outside on the wood line here, one relic close to space, one relic in the neutral zone here, another relic close to space, the main stone forward. So Stefan's map is not bad, but not as good as Scogo's. Now the question is, what can Stefan do as the Vietnamese? He won't go for trash, as you can see, and I'm really happy that this is not happening. He's got 9 villagers on wood already, and I think he was able to lure one of the deer in, using 4 villagers on that deer. He should be able to get 2, maybe 3 in time, but that's pretty much it. 26, 27 population, and then going up to castle, the feudal age. Scogo going with a lot more villagers. He did not go for loom at the start of the game, probably built one house with 3 villagers then, and therefore only needs 2 villagers in gold. Both players on the way up to feudal age now, and Scogo also got 3 villagers on that main stone. Stefan, if he's scouting that, will be able to spot the stone, be able to spot this, but it's not a big surprise, let's be honest, that Mayans are going with castle with the plumed archers. Question for me is, will Stefan go with rattan archers later on, or is it just going to be what here with the Vietnamese? What can they do? Battle elephants are an option, of course. Sure, I think Vietnamese do get champions. How about the siege units? I need to find this out now. Arbalest available, obviously. Heavy cav archers not really an option, missing partisan tactics. We have not good monks as far as I remember. We have onagers and cap ram, bombard cannons at least, and only blast furnace missing here. Siege engineers available, bombard towers available. So we might see actually gunpowder units here from Stefan. No hand cannoneers though. Stefan going with the market and blacksmith. Sorry for the little break, but I didn't know a lot about Vietnamese, and I hope I'm going to remember this. Second deer, third deer already lured, and Stefan is going to lure the last deer in as well. Look at this. This is beautiful. He's able to go get the deer close to the mill, and he's a little bit lucky that there is the berries close to that entrance, but it's good for him. It's alright. He's got 6 farms now coming up. Castle age on the way for both players. Scogo going with market blacksmith and back. Nothing surprising, to be honest. And 6 villagers on stone. He will have the 650 stone that is required to build a castle in early castle age. Staying at home with the Eagle Scout because it's feudal age, and the Scout cavalry from Stefan is stronger here. With the 4 attack against 5, and the 5 attack is better than the 5 extra HP here. Stefan is the one to be able to reach castle age first. I guess we're gonna see 2 extra TCs in a monastery, possibly. TC maybe here, or directly on the main gold. Actually, that's happening. And a TC on the wood line and a second stone. Really nice to see. Both on the way loop coming up. Did Scogo Stefan just go for loom? Yes, he did. Interesting. Also finishing, and monastery getting delayed a little bit. He could go for a monastery now, but he's adding in more farms apparently. Why is he not building a monastery? I'm a little bit surprised about that. In the meantime, we have a castle coming up from Scogo in front of the main stone. And is he going for any extra TCs? 1 TC coming up on the wood line and back. Could go for the extra berries here. He can see them. He cannot see his own third gold. This is a little bit of poor scouting. It won't view log. A second goal he can see, obviously. And with the plumed archer production starting, Scogo should be able to get a lot of those relics in. Maybe Stefan was expecting this and didn't bother to go for a monastery. Instead wants to just boom behind this and then, I don't know, battle elephants? But again, they're getting countered by halberdiers. I'm not really sure what the best options are here. Maybe champions even, and a few onagers, something like that. Rattan archers. Imperial skirmishers obviously is an option as well, but maybe not the best one. Plumed archers moving forward to probably hit that piece of wall once. So Stefan knows about the plumed archers now. Could see them, he could spot them, and he also can see the castle using a scout here in the open map. Maybe he's waiting for a monk to pick up that relic, or maybe, but there's also the eagle scout around. So, I don't know, how is Scogo continuing this? Petards coming in. Stefan, though, already walled on the weak side, and there is 2 TCs blocking the main gold, more or less, or guarding this. And Stefan, over time, will have enough stone for a castle as well. Handcard coming in from 58 against 49 villagers. There's the plumed archers, there is the petards coming in. What does Scogo know about Stefan's map? He cannot see Market Blacksmith here. He doesn't know that Stefan is walled or has been walling a lot. Now that mining camp getting denied, 1 villager dying, but only one. There's 2 outposts already, and this villager is actually surviving. Look at this. Scogo, what are you doing? You're letting this villager survive really. Now it's finally going down. Siege Workshop to further block this. Is this open? There's still one opening, I think, but it can't go past the TC. Now Scogo could go for forward Siege Workshop or forward Castle here. The Siege Workshop coming up, doesn't have enough stone for a castle yet. Boatkin are on the way, and Scogo will try to put pressure on Stefania. Stefan close to clicking up to Peerage. He's got a mangonel, he almost got enough food, and he's housed in 75, so he should garrison the villagers and just click up. He's got buildings that he needs. No. Siege Workshop, yes, but no university, no monastery, so he can't click up. Actually, a little bit of a mistake here. Maybe he's used to having the monastery, and with the Siege Workshop he would be fine, but he's getting more and more resources. Finally, university coming up. That's a little bit late. Better late than never. Ooh, a little windy out there. We have Mangonel and Scorpion now. Next Petard moving in, not sure why. And Scogo hasn't done so much damage, to be honest. He wants to use the Petards to maybe go in, break the house, but Stefan's base is really easy to be defended. And unless Scogo is going for forward cast, I think Stefan will be fine. He's clicking up to Pure Age now. Has enough resources to click up one more time. Look at this. That's how late he is because he forgot about the university. He's going for more farms. Barracks finally coming up. And he's got enough stone for a castle, which he probably should put right here if he's allowed to, or maybe at the front of his base. Now that house is open and the plumed arch is moving in. Quick stone wall here. The plumes will start to go on rampage. Can they go through here? Is there a... wait, how was it working? This is open. He could have gone in. But plumed archers dying underneath the TC, only taking a few single villages, I guess. KD, 22 against 6. Scogo lost a lot of plumes for pretty much nothing. He's also on the way up to Imperial Age, but that's not a really good fight for him. Wheelbarrow stone mining coming up. The question is, what can Stefan do in Imperial Age? What can he do against the Mayans, against the main player going with, yeah, possibly Eagles and plumed archers. Maybe Arbalest and Champions might be an option. I would love to see this. Onagers as well. Let's see what Stefan is planning for him. Castle only now coming up. A little bit late, but he can go for conscription once he's up to him. And I don't think we're going to see elite Rattan archers, even though it would be fun here. We see a few stables up. That's 4 in total. Are we going to see elite battle elephants? Ooh. Click coming in immediately. Elite battle elephant upgrade, but he doesn't have a lot of production building, and those elephants are slow, and they might block each other out here, which is not good. So Stefan should have put the military units, military buildings a little bit more forward. The trebuchet is out to hit the siege workshop, I guess, just to do some damage. And we have Plate Burner and Chatras coming in. Chatras was the upgrade to get the elephants extra HP, is that correct? Yes, plus 50. So those elite battle elephants will be quite strong here. Do Vietnamese get the best elite battle elephants in the game? Is that possible? I'm not sure, but I remember something like that. Castle is up for Scogo, that's the second castle, and Trebuchet coming out as well. Archer range to get Thumbring, I think. And we have Bracer done. We have not elite plumed archers, but the plumes are quite strong. Scogo almost enough stone for yet another castle. Siege Workshop coming up here, and there's the first elite battle elephants, plus 4 defense done, 370 HP, that's a lot. Once Scogo sees the elephants, he knows he needs to go for halberdiers. He's got elite eagle warriors coming up, but no help upgrade, not a lot of barracks, that's 1, and that's it. Not good, 682 stone, so enough for another castle now. Going to repair the trebuchet, probably elite eagle warriors moving in to attack the traps, also plumed archers doing some damage on those traps, but there's the elite battle elephants moving forward, and they are really, really tanky. Maybe Scogo might even go for a few monks here. It's possible. He didn't collect all the relics. He only got 4. He forgot about the last one. Maybe didn't see it. A scout is still around for Stefan doing nothing. It's not a big problem. Elite skirmishers on the way. Ballistics coming up. And this could turn into a really interesting fight. Because Stefan for now looks better. He doesn't have map control, but he has the better army composition in my opinion. And only the speed of the elite eagle warriors is really painful for him because the battle elephants are quite slow here. Imperial skirmishes coming up. Skirmishes, I guess this is a mistake in the overlay version that I have. I think it's an old version, I didn't update it as far as I remember. Trebuchet is in, and Stefan has decent resources but no relics, and he is taking the third gold, which is really important. He's got a second gold here in the back, and wait, didn't he have an extra gold or something like that? Not sure, I don't really remember here. Chemistry coming from both players. Stefan is not moving out, and that might be a mistake because Scogo has enough time to get a lot of help. He has got 5 relics in, he's got more military units, he's catching up in villager numbers, and he doesn't really need that many with the Mayans. Mayans army is a little bit cheaper when it comes to the amount of resources you need, and I think Scogo might need to go for either onagers or possibly even siege rams. Halberd is moving forward. Imperial skirmishers can do damage here, 5+ to range, 4+4 attack, but they're not really attacking. I'm not sure what's happening here. The Halberds are just getting 3 hits on those elite battle elephants. Their HP is going down quite fast. Castle though going down from Scogo. Stefan able to take this down using 3 trebuchets, and elite battle elephants moving out now. Elite eagle warriors again sniping one of the traps. That's actually a good deal, I guess. Elite battle elephants not doing the same thing. Castle on the left hand side guarding that gold, but the villagers blocking each other out. The trebuchet is going down before the castle is falling. Good job from Stefan, but Scogo still in a decent position. He's taking out a lot of those elite battle elephants, going for ring archer armor as well. Does not have the elite balloon archer upgrade, which is surprising to me, but he's producing a lot, he's spending a lot of resources, and he will go for that upgrade later on. Only on 170 villagers, maybe he needs like 10 to 15 more to have a decent economy going and a sufficient economy going. Now Imperial skirmishers fighting against elite balloon archers, but they are firing a lot faster. And those Imperial skirms with 9 pierce armor, only taking 1 damage from balloon archers. Is that possible? I think it is, 42 HP, but elite eagle warriors of course really strong, and elite battle elephants can moving forward to run into only single halberdiers now. Looks like Stefan is able to break free here. Berg's coming up on the front here. Also Scogo taking the extra gold on the map. He's losing his buildings though, and now Stefan is moving out for the first time in this game. Imperial skirmishers and the battle elephants. There was 1 conversion already. There's a monk in between. Maybe Scogo will go for more monks. 2 trebuchets not really doing a lot now. And what can Stefan do? I think that's the time where we need to switch into champions here. Champions and Imperial skirmishers against halberdiers, elite eagle warriors, and those plumed archers still not elite. Still missing 15 HP then. But Stefan looks like he's not switching, instead he wants to stay on the elite battle elephants and use the gold as he has on those. I'm not sure about that. He needs some siege, and bombard cannons are available for him. I think he should add the bombard cannons as well. Same problem, the elite eagle warriors are so fast, he can't really protect them, and that's what the champions would be good for. Stefan now selling some wood. He needs gold, but he's quite low on resources, even though he's got 139 villagers. The battle elephants are expensive, and now he is finally moving out here with the cap rams, 2 siege workshops up. Is this single queue again maybe? I'm not sure. And looks like the military numbers are quite close. Plumed archers still not elite. Scogo, what is happening? Click the elite upgrade. But he's going for a lot of elite eagle warriors, and he's breaking in with the predarts. More predarts behind that, so the market might go down, and once those elite eagles are in, we might see a big raiding coming up. In the meantime, Stefan is pushing out in the middle, but the elite eagle warriors, ooh, no, not successful. Yo, finally, there it is. There's the petard, and elite eagle warriors inside Stefan's eco now, trying to do the damage. Fully upgraded, everything, 4+4 defense, 100 HP, and plumed archers might eventually get upgraded to elite plumes, but Stefan in the middle of the map is doing the damage. He's able to attack another castle, use the cap rams to get rid of the barracks, and only in the meantime the economy from Stefan is really suffering. Look at this, 110 villagers only. Those elite eagle warriors are getting a lot of kills. The battle elephants have to move back to defend here, but the elite eagle warriors are very, very fast compared to the elephants. And now in the middle, looks like Scogo is losing at least a little bit, but he's getting more eagles in, and those elite eagles that he has, they are really, really strong here, and Scogo has enough gold with 5 relics to actually support a lot of production. He's still taking gold from that extra gold here, still taking stone. He's got 2 castles in the bank, got a lot of resources in the bank, and now the population for him looking better than for Stefan here. Elite eagle warriors clearing all the Imperial skirmishers, and while the raiding's finished and a lot of elite battle elephants are moving forward, Scogo I think has the advantage here, even though Stefan is still in score lead, but looks like Scogo is doing a little bit better. He's got more gold income. And if this game is going a lot longer, then I'd say Scogo has a little bit of an edge here. Light Cav coming in though, this might change the game as well. I don't think Hussar is available for Vietnamese, but Light Cav could help out against those Plumed Archers. Then again, Elite Eagle Warriors and Helmlies, of course, are going to be good enough against the Light Cav here. Those battle defense are still really, really tanky. Problem is, Helmlies is moving in, and look how fast they're going down. And Stefan going back immediately. He knows he cannot take this fight, he cannot afford to. There's got a few cap rams here, but now the trebuchets from Scogo hitting that castle on the left. There's almost no more gold left to mine, only 400. Scogo selling stone? Is this true, or is he building another castle? No, only the 2 castles. Looks like he wants to invest in the more Elite Eagle Warriors instead of the Plumed Archers. That's his main army now. And Plumed Archers just a support unit, which are still not elite. Siege Ram coming in, and Stefan, 53 military, and still looking good, but he is on the back foot. He is only defending, getting raided once again. Farmers going down, and that Siege Workshop is not really doing a lot. Scogo has map control, and he's still got a decent amount of Elite Eagle Warriors, and not so many. Siege Ramstone are moving in, and almost no wood left for Scogo. Look at this. This is rare in Imperial Age fights that you don't have wood, but all the other resources are looking okayish. Elite Plumed Archer finally coming in. That costs 1,000 wood, I think, so makes sense to have low wood now. But those Plumed Archers finally elite, finally fully upgraded, and they should be able to take down battle defense and still resist long enough in a fight against the Imperial Skirmishers. Cap rams against Siege Rams, we know this is going to end, but Stefan is able to defend. Scogo taking the score lead. Was able to take down the castle, he's raiding again, taking out a lot of those villagers. Stefan still only on 114, but a very decent amount of military units behind that, and Scogo won't have the easy time to go in. Now Stefan actually looking a little bit better, because he's got a lot of those tanky elite battle elephants, and there's not so many Eagle Warriors around. More Eagle Warriors coming in, Plumed Archers, they are not really that strong in this battle. The thing is, Scogo is able to take down a lot of those buildings, and more Elite Eagle Warriors running in to start and raid. Also on the other side, Stefan doesn't have a lot of space in his base. That's one problem. Was quite secure, but the space is one limit that Stefan has to live with. And now he's trying to move out again, but those trebuchets are still firing away. And Scogo, I think, still with a better gold count. Stefan only 1k wood and 500 stone. Scogo resources looking a little bit better, and still Elite Eagle Warriors raiding. On the sides there's actually Plumed Archer as well starting to raid, and from the barracks still a lot of production going. There's more barracks coming up now. Scogo is following up with his push, is getting more military buildings forward, and it looks like he wants to raid everywhere and try to break the left hand side TC. There's 3 siege rams actually moving forward. We have a big fight in the middle, and not so much actually, because the Imperial Skirmishers making sure that Scogo cannot really approach the middle. So Scogo is saying I can go left and right as well, even though it's a pretty tight map here from Stefan. It's not really wide here, but it's enough space for Scogo to attack. And the siege rams, of course, are taking a lot of those, that arrow fire from the Imperial Skirmishers. In the meantime, the Elite Plumed Archers trying to take those down, and that still takes a lot of time. Not sure if you should take the fight. The thing is, Scogo is now low on gold, but Stefan is calling the GG. Wow, Scogo just now 192 pop, but is low. Stefan though only on 71 villagers. There was more raiding, but I didn't see, I guess. And 70 villagers, that's not a lot. Stefan not able to keep his military units high enough. He only had those Imperial Skirmishers, but no more elite battle elephants. And he's calling it. He didn't need to call it here, but Scogo was in a score lead, was in a population lead. It makes sense. He would have lost the Imperial Skirmishers over time, I guess at least. Hope you enjoyed this one. See you in the next games. GG.